Okay, good morning, everyone. How are you? Okay, the last class we discussed about comparison operator and logical operator, and we spoke about the switch statement, how to use the switch statement. We extensively speak about loops, discuss about loop, the for loop, while loop, and the for each loop. Okay, so today we like to discuss about arrays. Let me share my screen. Okay, so arrays are a container where we can store multiple data. So I consider arrays to be variables with superpower. When we talk about variables are container that you can store just one data. You can only store one data in a variable. But arrays are like variables that have superpower. You can store multiple data inside of an array. And the good thing is you can store different data types. You can store a string, a number, a boolean inside of an array. Okay, so let's get on with it. Let's write some code. Now create a new file here and call it arrays. Arrays. Okay, arrays.php. Let me just put the HTML template and okay. Let me just copy the styles I use here so it will be faster. Okay, so it will be faster. Okay, so you can see everything very well, clearly. Okay, so here let's just put an intro tag and call it arrays. Let's run this in the browser. Okay, okay. Now, let's start with arrays. Let's start. It's so there are different ways you can create an array. For instance, let's start with this. Okay, let's create an array of number lists. Number So you can create arrays in two ways. You can say number list equals to array. You can use the array function. I know we don't talk about functions, so just take this as a function. So this is a function. This is an array function. It's an inbuilt function. You have arrays of number. You have two, three, let's say 3, 6, 9, 4, 0. Okay, and these are our arrays. This is our arrays. This is what we stored inside our arrays. Okay. Now let's arrays. There's something you should note. Lists. Lists are um, lists. They are zero base. They are zero base. What I mean by they are zero base, I'm talking about the fact that lists are represented. Each element is represented by an index. Now, for me to access, let's take for instance, I want to access the third, uh, the third, um, the third element in the array, which is number 9. So normally you expect me to count it from 1, 2, 3, then I'll put something like this. But before that, to access an element in an array, you need to use the square bracket. Then you put the index of that element. Now you'll be assuming that I should put once I put 3 like this, Then I'll get the third element. Well, let's try it and see what we get. Now see, I got 4. Now let's see number 4, where number 4 is found. Number 4 is found on the fourth position of the array. Now, arrays they are zero base, which means first item start counting from 0. Which means for you to start counting now, you count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So our first index is 0. First 0 is the first element. Now let's put 0 and see what we get. We get 3. See? So that's how. Sorry, let me remove this array so we can see it better. Okay, so it gets 3. Now let me access the second element. I will have to count 0, 1. Let me access the third element, which is 9. I have to use the index of 2 to get it. See, this is how we access elements in an array. So, but there's something I want to do so you can see. Let me try something to give you like more ideas of what I'm talking about. Okay, now see. Look at every of our arrays and look at the index of them. Now this first array is index of 0. You see, this one is index of 0. This one is index of 1. This is the element. This one is index of 2. This is the element. Index of 3. This is the element. Index of 4. And this is the element. So this is how array works. Arrays are zero base. You can access them using their index, and they start counting from what? From 0. That's how array works. So another one is okay. Let me show you another way of creating an array. Instead of using the array function, you just use a square bracket and say 3, 6, 9, 4. Let's start using the number. Let's run it and see if it works. Okay, you see it works the same way. Let's just echo it. So okay, let's just echo 0. See, now we get 3, which is the first element. Now, if I put an index here that is not part of the index, for example, now we have 5 elements here, which means our index stops from 5. So if I add 5, index of 5, which is not there, because there's no index of 5 here. If you check our previous when we use when we use the print route, let me just do it fast so you can see. Now looking at all the index here. If you notice, there's no 5 here. There's no 5, so there's nothing like 5 here. So the index of the array stop at 4. Now let's just put something that is not part of it. Let's comment this. Let's comment it and let's start from echo uh, number list, and let's put something that does not exist. Let's put 8. See what we are going to get an error, but I just want to see the error. I want you to see the error that gets it. Now look at it. It said undefined array key 8. So this key I will explain it to you in line. So they are saying undefined, which means this. Okay, so the way keys work is an array is these zeros which are indexed, they are like keys, and this is the value. Key value. Key value. So they are like a key value pair. That's for the that's for a list. So let's discuss about um associative array. They're also arrays, but instead of accessing them using their index, you access them using their keys. You understand? And looking at this number list now, the keys that are being given to us by PHP, but now in associative array, you create the keys yourself. Now let's move. So in associative array, let's create um let's create a user. Let's just create a user. Um, this list of let's just create a list of users. Yeah, or let's just create a user. So we give the user first name. This is what you use to for the association array. You use a equals to then a greater than sign. This here, this first name is the key. Let me use my name. Let me just use a random name, Joe. Let me use John. So this you separate it with a comma. That's the name. Name equals to um Joe. Okay. Now we are using this is an associative array. We are creating a key value pair. Understand? Now, for me to access the first name, instead of using a random um, a random index, I use the key that I created myself. And the key I created is what is first name. So this is how to access it. You say user square brackets. Okay. You say first name. Let's see what this one is gonna give us. Okay. Let's see. See, this is what I'm talking about in business. So this is first name is John. If I access last name is what is do. So this is how associative array works. So let's just concatenate them so we can have something to see work with. So let's just say first name. Then you remember the concatenation we discussed. Put it is a period. We call it period. So a period concatenate space. Then we use the user again square brackets to access what the last name. So let's see what we get. Okay, I think we are good. See, we get John Doe. So this is how associative array works. We give it a key. I'll put the value of what we want to put. We want to for our value here. We give it a key. Put the value here. We give it a key. We put the value here. So this is how associative array works out of the box. So I'll be dropping a task. I'll be dropping a task on the group so you can create. I would like you to do the task and submit it. I'll tell you the date you're supposed to submit it. So that's that. Thank you for watching.